All right. If you're here, great. If not, also great. Um, we had some technical difficulties, and that camera that I'm looking at right now didn't want to work. Um, it's part of a teleprompter, and the camera's behind it. And the teleprompter part worked, but the camera didn't. So I had to reboot and unplug and replug, and sure as shit, eventually we have footage. I'd like to tell you I knew what I did to make it do it, but I don't. All right. So, Stephen, hello, sir. This is okay. They've moved around some things on my display, so I'm not sure where they're supposed to be going. At any rate, welcome everyone tonight to episode 181. I'll drag this window over here, and I will bring up my notes over there. Adam Hall, hello. Stephen, Will Crutcher, yo, 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 yo. Stephen says he sees some Kestrel goodness back there. Yes, you do. I am late. It's not Max's fault. So, tonight's sponsor, as usual, Ammo Supply Warehouse. You can use the coupon code TREMIS10 and receive $10 off any order of $100 or more. In addition, we also have 5 Rivers Armament, a little further over on the shoulder, and they are offering to all of you, if you buy a Tremis Dynamic Signature Rifle from Midwest Industries and have it shipped to them to do the transfer, they will do the transfer for free. All right. Having some wonderful Magners Irish cider, courtesy of Banco Beverage. Got news to talk about. News happening. So let's see what happened recently that's been cool. We had a wonderful shooting and moving workshop on carbine on Saturday, followed by a low light carbine class on Saturday night. Sunday, I drove out to the 7 Syndicate range in Brookville, where I caught a good chunk of the 0 point training shotgun class. I actually don't know what he calls the shotgun class. But it was good. I saw some friends out there. Obviously, Mike was out there. Max was out there. We're going to air quote assisting. Once he was corrected, he assisted fine. Neater. Noah, the fella that runs the 7 Syndicate range, awesome dude. What a great cat. His wife's okay too. Make sure she sees that. No, I see you're in the chat there somewhere. Saw Zach Bush out there, who came into the class as a student, and I got to see Kurt from the VSO Gun Channel, who I haven't seen since SHOT Show. So that was all good to catch up with a bunch of folks. Colt Manny, hello, sir. Yes, Max will be doing some stuff at the headquarters. He will be doing some reinforcing of the entrance to the librarium, and we'll see if he can't fuck up some wiring for Steven. So that was a great weekend, and 0 point shotgun 1. All right, I wasn't sure if it was shotgun 0. See how I. Anyway, then Tuesday, Mike of 0 point/bulletin.net and I drove down to Boothwyn, PA, and took a tour of the Kestrel plant. Now, we shot some video while we were there, and then we shot some video at the Bulletin studio when we were done together. We're probably just going to make one video and put it on both channels. Mike is, I think he's making me edit it, but he had the audio and the video. He had to sync up because he has them saved on different devices when recorded at the studio. So he's got to sync those up and send those to me so I can start chopping it up and giving you our Kestrel video. I will say, Kestrel does a lot more shit than I thought they do. And I'll give you my quick rundown. This product right here, that is what caught my attention. It is the timer, and I want to say the model numbers conveniently. Oh, there is KST 1000, and it caught my attention at SHOT Show. So we stopped, and I chatted with a lovely lady from Kestrel, Katie, and we shot the breeze about the timer and a bunch of other stuff, and that's how we found out Kestrel's from Pennsylvania too. Hashtag PA leads the way. And then we set up the idea of coming down for a tour, which got delayed a little bit, and everyone had to come back from SHOT Show and do all that, mumba jahumba. And then I had a dentist appointment, and eventually we ended up going down to take the tour. And I, of course, was like, hey, I wanted to talk about the timer because it's not as retarded as the timers that I have used before. And I guess there's nothing really wrong with my packed timer. But like there's these magical combinations of buttons you have to press and long hold to make it do different things. And I have written on my timer what buttons to push, and that would wear off. And I actually recently lasered my timer with what buttons to push. So I was like, oh, well, does this timer, is it simpler for me to use? Because here's the problem. I don't use a timer every day. In fact, I think like once per class, I bust out a timer for like a 2-day class. 1-day classes, I don't really ever bust out a timer. So I'm not repeatedly using the timer where I can remember all the intricacies of what the secret buttons are, combinations. And so we chatted a bit, and I was like, oh, well, this timer does a bunch of stuff. And then I was like, here's the important thing. Can I pick up suppressed rifles with it? And she's like, oh, in the menu, you can adjust that. She's like, and then you can save it as a profile for suppressed guns and then save a different profile for unsuppressed guns. So you can jump back and forth with the press of a button. And I was like, oh, this is, someone finally made a timer that is usable. I like it. And it's submergible because everything ever should be submergible. So I was like, I'd like to talk to her about it. So we get down there and we see all the other things they do. And when you watch the video, you'll probably be surprised of all the things that they do. But when we were chatting about the ballistic side, she talked about the weather meters that they have. And they do a lot of things, and there's different levels of them. And this one back here is the, what do we got here? The 5700X Elite. And she sent Mike and I home each with one of these. And the impeller just, it tickles me. Anyway, it syncs to an app, and it has a ballistic calculator in it that does more than I know what to make it do. But I'm interested in exploring it. So I got the timer that I'll use at class once in a while, and I got the weather station that I'd like to learn. And she told us, she's like, hey, there's a bunch of laser rangefinders out there that has to have the same applied ballistics calculator inside, and they're link compatible so they can talk to each other and to the app. So just today, I got on the SIG website and looked around at some of their laser rangefinders that are link compatible, that Kestrel specifically said will work with their devices. And I got one of those coming. Being an instructor does have its perks in that regard. SIG does pretty okay by folks that are teachers. So I'm going to start figuring out how that thing works, and I'll integrate the laser rangefinder with it and whatnot. Which I know you're about to say, Gary, you don't even shoot long range. You don't even have a place to shoot long range. It's not entirely true. While my local club only goes out to 300 yards, I have recently discovered a place that I've acquired the use of that we should be able to get out past 800 with. Max says, and suddenly you're a long range shooter person. Hey, if these tools do all the hard work and all I have to do is press the trigger without disrupting the sights, that I can do already. Like I got that part mildly adequate. It's all the brainy stuff that I struggle with. So maybe I can just buy enough items to do that. I believe that the 5700X Elite is not inexpensive. 5700X Elite. I think it's like the second one down. On Optics Planet, it's $899. So maybe for the average folks, one of the other weather meters would be more viable. Yeah, that's expensive. Either way, I have one. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to get this laser rangefinder from SIG, and they're going to talk to each other, and pretty soon I'll be, schwacking stuff at like 30 yards and higher. Colt says if Roper can do the brainy stuff, anyone can. That Roper, he'll fool you. He likes to play silly, but he's got some math going on in that head of his. I ain't buying a 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm saving up for the 666 Lucifer. No, really, I did talk to my buddy Gary, who also a sponsor of Tremis Dynamics in some shape or fashion, the creator of, well, he's part owner of Rock God Brewing Company. They are the creator of Imperium, the Tremis signature beer. But Gary does long range stuff, and he has a 6.5 Creedmoor, and we can just punch all the numbers into the calculator. And so I talked to him about, hey, let's get together and go use some of this stuff, especially now that I have somewhere that we can stretch out a little longer than 300 yards. It should be a fun thing to do. I go back over to my notes. So yeah, that was Tuesday, and then got some cool stuff here to play with shortly, and there'll be some videos on it. Actually, I think it'll be enjoyable to do some of the filming of the learning how to use the weather meter and the laser rangefinder and the ballistics calculator, because I don't know shit about fuck. So it'd be good that like you can see like, oh, well, that fucking Nimrod figured it out, and look at him making hits now. So if I can do it, then you can do it, or anyone really can do it. And so yeah, that's the plan. I wonder how far, like my DMR gun, my 18-inch 5.56, like I wonder how far I can stretch that out if like I don't just have to take a guess. I might need to get a different scope on that, because the scope I got on it's a budget model that was free. So I might actually have to get something decent, or maybe get something better for my 308 and move that 4 to 14 down onto the 5.56. Although 14 seems like overkill, but we'll figure all that out. So there is that. On the website, let me make sure you guys know this. Oh, I think I have I mentioned it last week. Captions. Oh, I should put this up here all the time. Oh, it's not even episode 180 anymore. It's 181. So did I change that? Yes, that's this week's classes. But across the bottom, fishing. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, and 6 are happening in December. And there is a coupon code. If you buy all of those and use this coupon code that I'm putting on the screen right now, Gone Fishing, with the space in the middle, it'll knock one of the classes off for free. So what is that? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes for the price of 4. That is happening. On the cool stuff front, other than just these items, I also got some more unit solutions stuff coming in. So that'll be pretty cool. We'll start using that. We'll use that some, I think, a little bit in Fish 1 next month. So we're starting the series over again, April 26th. I think the class is, we got a bunch of new people in it. Some new to Tremis Dynamics, some new to fighting in someone's house. But maybe we'll break the unit 4 out there and play with that somewhat as well. But I got a notification that was on the way. I actually have a couple different little gear things you'll see in the social medias in the next week or so that are either showing up or just showed up, and I get some photos up. So I alluded to the folks that are coming to Wolverine Warfare, which is sold out, by the way. I am going to pimp the shit out of this, even though you can't sign up for it, because we're going to run one again next year, and like absolutely going to run one. There's some new additions today. I think now we're looking at having 5 actual instructors in the class, in addition to role players and students. And it is certainly shaping up to be the crown jewel of any training event I've ever been part of, either as a student or as an instructor at any of the companies that I worked for as an instructor. This is looking to be like the one that I would hang my hat on, and that's the one they would list in my obituary. It's shaping up to be that. So just okay, she says. I'm glad she got on there and realized that I at least bothered to mention her. So I did mention in the group for Wolverine Warfare, there's a private signal group for this one. When this one's over, when I make the next one to sign up for, it'll get a different group signal chat. But in it, I mentioned I had a major announcement for tonight. So if you are signed up, and I know some of the people that are in the chat have signed up for the class, you may feel free to share this in your signal chat. I'm not getting on the chat while I'm doing a live stream, of course, but here is the major announcement. I have selected and confirmed with the other party who has already signed up for the class as a student. They will be codename Daryl. Now, if you've watched the movie that we're paying homage to with the names and titles here, Daryl was the person who led the Russians to the Wolverines. They thought he was one of them, and it turns out he was not. And your group has a Daryl in it already. So just letting you know ahead of time that part of the movie we will be replicating. And good luck. All right, what else we got going on over here? Still got a Snake Staff pre-order happening. Prices are The alumni pre-order is over. There's still a regular pre-order on all the pre-orders until they ship. Your shipping is free. Won't like we're just taking that off the price of the tourniquets, and you can get on the website and order them. I guess I could share a link. Oh, there we go. Copy. I'll share the link right here. There's a link to the snake staffs. I'm already up to I have 50 on order already. They're saying mid-April still is a ship date. So bear with me, but you can save a little bit of money on it. And what's sad is I recently read a book of the week, and for myself, not necessarily for you guys, but I was like, oh, I'll put this up as the book. And I could not locate the book. When I go to it in, I've already had it in my Amazon shop, and this is what it says. This edition of this title is not available for purchase in your country. Choose an available edition from the options above. There are no options above. I will tell you the name of the book. You're on your own for finding a copy of it, but I highly recommend it. I have preached about the book many times. I may have even mentioned it last week. But it is Fourth Generation Warfare Handbook. Try to get the glare off of it. By William S. Lind. And Castalia House is who published it. I don't know why it's no longer available. It is 2015 is when it came out. So it's only a 10-year-old book. But there's a lot in it about the utilization of light infantry in modern warfare. Here is an older book, also by Bill Lind. I don't even know if it's fucking available. Maneuver Warfare Handbook. It's way earlier. 85, I think. It's not bad. Oh, this one was 2018, but first published in 1985. Actually, this is a reprint from 2019, from the republish of 2018. But maybe that one you can find. But the Fourth Generation Warfare Handbook, I think, is required reading for anybody that owns a rifle. And probably use the bookstores, maybe thrift books. I could not, I did not even bother to go look at thrift books to see if they had it, but that is where I find a lot of used books. Oh, look at that, thrift books. See if I can't find it for you. William Lind. Well, the Maneuver Warfare Handbook is on there for $37, but I am not seeing the Fourth Generation Warfare Handbook. There it is, $12.50. So if you go to thriftbooks.com, and I'm going to click up, I'm going to click on it. Maybe, shit, there we go. And I don't know how many copies they have. I'm going to give you guys a link. I make nothing off of this, unlike the Amazon links, and I still would think folks should read this book. So I'll give you the used book list to it. Mr. Fiore, hello, sir. So there is the Fourth Generation Warfare Handbook used. They have one left at $12.50 in like new condition. It looks like they might have 4 left in very good, 1 left in good, none in acceptable, Oh, they have some new ones. They're for $17. So there you go. Thrift Books has the Fourth Generation Warfare Handbook, which Amazon has decided should not be sold in the United States. I wonder why that is. I wonder how long it's not been available on the Amazons. Don't know. Of any book that I've ever bought that says the word handbook in it, that's the best one. How about that for a glowing recommendation? So yeah, that's the book of the week, and I pretty much covered up most of my issues there to chat about. I did. I have 2 videos out. They're private videos or unlisted videos for the Modern Minuteman Challenge, Part 1 and Part 2. They build on each other, and I intended to have Part 3 filmed and out to the folks that took the Modern Minuteman seminar and the Wolverine Warfare folks. However, I had things going on this week. Tuesday obviously was completely eaten up by going down to Boothwyn. Monday got eaten up by all kinds of bullshit. But I would like to let you folks know that it looks like Tremis Dynamics is about to have a new home range. It is in the same neighborhood as the Dark Range, out that direction. It is a little wider. It could actually be incredibly wider. It also has some room for some longer range shots, like I said earlier, out to about 800, with hundreds of acres of usable woods and mountains. The owners of the property pretty much gave us the free and clear to do whatever we'd like to do. Please don't start fires is kind of what we were, like, the limitations we got. And they own a bunch of earth moving equipment. So this Sunday, I have class Saturday, but Sunday, I'm going out to make some notes about where I would like them to move some earth. We have a porta-john ready to be delivered. That is courtesy of Five Rivers Armament. So we got something we can build up, make nicer. And the Dark Range is still right next door, and still got stuff scheduled in Sugarloaf. Shoot House is still up in Scranton. That will be continued to be used. They're doing some remodeling in there as well. So my Monday was spent in the woods, out walking around some property, and we got some exciting news there. We could use it as of right now. Like right now, we could go shoot on it, but we'll probably keep some stuff here at the Dark Range until we can do some more improvements to the new range, which we already have a name for. It is going to be the Calumet Range. That is home of the Calumet Wolverines. See what we did there. So that is that's the plan for that, and so it'd be cool to have some stuff. Max wants to know, hey, does this mean we're going to need help building stuff? Yes. So I actually was looking on GovPlanet for some shipping containers so that we can store some shit out there. And I thought if we could find like a 20-footer, that'd be great. Unfortunately, all the 20-footers are not very close to us on the government auctions. There's some 40-footers like under 100 miles away. The cool thing about those 40-footers is they have the 2 doors that open up on the end, and then all the ones I could find that were close, they either had 2 double doors on the side that were big or 3 sets of double doors that were smaller on the side. But regardless, if we can do something like a shipping container, that'd be awesome. And we would just do like an awning from over top of that so that we had somewhere to sit outside with a back wall to it. So that would be an ideal solution. Or if not, we can at least build an awning, something like a, like a carport type thing where we at least could be out of the sun and the rain. Going to build some tables, probably not picnic tables, but more like, like the 4 foot by 4 foot high top tables, to, set your gear on and stuff. And if need be, you could shoot off of it, just kind of hunch over instead of sitting at a seat or whatever. But so we're gonna do some upgrades. It's gonna have a porta shitter real quick, like, and we just got to figure out how we're gonna attach that to the ground so it can't be dumped over. Um, so yeah, that's the cool stuff. The Calumet range is coming. So yay. Check out Anger for containers. I haven't really looked other than more than literally 5 minutes today on the government auction site. So we'll get there. I also want to see where I want to put it, and can I put a 40-footer where I'd like it? There's plenty of parking. Like, we could probably park 85, 90 cars out there. Nice little flat range area, and then a bunch of other areas that we can use. Trails, like, and there's a fucking dirt road going through it, and I'm used to, in the mountains, dirt roads being something that you're like, yeah, I don't know. And this dirt road, I drive my truck on, no issue, not worried about it. It's not one of those areas where you're like, I need a side-by-side or a four-wheeler or a dirt bike because it's getting really shitty. It's a nice drivable road right through the middle of it all, with a gate out front, so that it's lockable and we won't get a bunch of fucking shitbirds coming and going all the time. So that's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to doing some stuff out there. Anybody that's around, that's coming this weekend for Buddy Dynamics or Night Vision Workshop, if you want to hang out and go out on Sunday, you're more than welcome to. And you can see the place. There is no street address to it, like the gated road that comes off of the main paved road. I tried to figure out what the house number would be there, and the internet has not helped me at all. Like, there's a house number like 130 or something, and then the next one way somewhere else like 500. So I kept trying to pick numbers in between, and it would just send me to one of the two ends. Like, it wouldn't actually show me where that would have been in the middle, so that I could give you something to put into your GPS. But for classes and whatnot, we'll do a Google pin drop. You can just click on it. It'll also have a lat long or a UTM grid, something that you can punch into your little hoobler doobler to get over there. So Anger rents and sells them. Do they? Hopefully then they deliver. Because that'll probably have to happen, especially if it's like a 40-footer. Like a 20-footer, I know people with like a rollback, for like taking cars. So we could probably get it on one of those. But I don't know about a 40-footer. It seems like that might be long. I don't know. I don't know fuck all about shipping containers, other than they got hot in the summer, and that's about all I got for it. So yeah, that's all the updated news that I got on my list. I had no questions asked that I had to answer. Yep. All my notes are squared away. So we still got a few minutes left. What do you guys got shit all to talk about? Like, I have two 40-footers where Max works. That's all gone. I have to cut this thing short. I'm going to get parched. The access is, I mean, it's gravel. I don't know if I would bring an Audi on it, but I think here's the thing. Stephen brings up the firehouse. The firehouse is probably 2 miles from the Calumet range. So it would be nice to have a shoot house over there as well. That would be pretty banging to have a shoot house and a live fire range that are that close to each other. Because then you wouldn't even need that much stored at the range, like steel targets and that kind of shit, because you'd have storage right next door, next door, but pretty close. You'd be like, oh, I'll cruise over to the shoot house and, get a case of cardboard targets to take over instead of, or, throw a couple steels in instead of storing them out there. Out there, we would just store like barricades and drums. God bless you. Max says he's doing a 45-minute Wolverine Warfare video on Saturday, the finals video. Well, I'm hoping tomorrow to film part 3 of the Modern Minuteman Challenge for you Wolverine Warfarers. And it will not be 45 minutes. It's actually going to be much shorter than the other two. Probably 4 or 5 minute video. Anyway, I'll try to get that busted out tomorrow. My luck, Mike will send me the Kestrel footage, and I'll feel guilted into starting on that tomorrow. Regardless, there'll be some video coming from me if you're taking one of those 2 classes, or if you're asking real nice like, and I might just share you the Modern Minuteman Challenge anyway. But with that, that's you guys got. If you ain't got nothing, we won't be here very much longer. Mostly because I've got everything on my list. And I know you guys are interested to come see the Calumet range. You will shortly. In fact, maybe during we're doing Buddy Dynamics Saturday. That's going to end about 4, and the night vision isn't starting till 7. So anybody that's at Buddy Dynamics, if they want to jump in their cars, we can drive over. I don't have a key for the gate yet, but maybe I can talk to my guy. I was going to get the key on Sunday, but maybe I can get it early and drive over, and we can drive in and check out the Calumet range during our dinner break. So it's 80 degrees Saturday too, so that's going to be awesome. It'll be warm. Sunday it's supposed to be some showers, so if you want to come explore the all the property, you might get wet if you want to come along on Sunday. But with that, I guess we're going to get ready and call this one done. Move on with our lives. I'm going to go get me a haircut. Get rid of all this stuff happening up here, and maybe look better for the next video that I do. It's in the morning, so part 3 you'll be the first video with the new fresh haircut. Anyhow, it looks to be about all we got people talking about, so let's get out of here. Call it a night. You guys go have yourselves a wonderful drink. I might have another one of these tonight, and I will see you all. Oh, he's got to work a show in the evening, so he won't make it down. I'll see you all next Wednesday, except for the folks that are coming out on Saturday. Though you guys are awesome. Everybody else, not as much. Still rate higher than Jessica if you're still listening. And I'll see you guys later.